What's up, brothers and sisters, bros, hoes, and gigolos? Let's take a look at the stock market today and what was happening in indexes. We had a nice overall trend day in the markets. And then let's dig in and get our watch list for Christmas Eve, which is still a trading day till 1 p.m. And so the first hour or two should be some action because that's just been the way this market has been. Even on these holiday days, there's action. There's been action every day. Today, you would think would be boring. There was heat all over the place. The market was up 0.8%. We've got ourselves a nice bounce day after the original bounce day, so a little bit of a follow-through day. I would consider today overall bullish. Of course, the volume was down. It's a holiday week. Whatever. The price is the price. So far, the market's been acting pretty well. We'll see if we can digest and take out this range from Friday, and I think that would really kind of put us back into maybe about 5:30 or so before we got to make some decisions on the market. Let's take a look at the old Spyzilla. You can see this one. Also, you got kind of a two-day range here. Now, this is a little more tricky because you're going to run right into some supply here. So what does that tell you? That tech is probably the place to be at versus the SPY stocks because you've got more inherent overhead supply. And, it can reveal its head any day. Let's dig in, though. I'll keep this short and sweet because there's a lot of action. And I think we're going to just have to pack it in real quick and have a focused watch list. So first stock I want to add in some speckies because, well, speckies is just what happens on holiday week. Old UMAC here had 8 million shares in volume, taking out its range. Guys, this stock's a turd. It probably does negative revenues or profits. It doesn't matter. It's got some heat. These are the type of names that run on these short weeks, right? It happens on Turkey Day. It happens on all these kind of festivity days. You had about $4 worth of range on this. We want to be... we want to be in the boots and coots on this, I think. RKLB, 1 test, 2 tests, 3 tests. Guys, this, there's this theme this year, right? AI, space, computers, all of it, right? The future, it's not going away yet. You've got still a nice little pop on this. This has been the big winner of this year. At one point, this was, an under $1 billion market cap, and here we are. It's hitting 11 billion, right? Man, a few more billion, you're going to have, this thing is getting into a mid-cappy spot now. Reddit here. Nice flag pattern. Dude, you got yourself just a little bit of tightening of range here. I've got an alert set. I think 74. I would consider today an inside day. What I mean by inside days, you had this big range day, 159 to 174. And now you have a tight range day right inside this big range day. That's usually a good sign for a secondary move. This TPR I'm watching for a potential swing trade. This is tapestry.com. You've got yourself a nice, just 3-tap breakout here. It's pretty simple setup. This has been a nice looking stock, a nice trend of late. I would say about 65 cents this thing. AVGO, we had a nice couple rips on this the last few days. After this big push, you pull back into the 9. Starting to make its way. It may need to do a little bit of kind of this action, but it's getting there. This market's been hot enough, and the semis are real hot right now where, it could just rip into the 250 pretty quickly. If you saw what was happening today with old NVDA, right? You saw what was happening with old NVIDIA. You saw what was happening with TSM and AMD. Well, AVGO is the best chart out of them, I would say, besides TSM. So let's, keep an eye on this one. And frankly, it's just a great day trader. The volume's there. The liquidity's there. The options volume is there. We were trading back and forth the options on it, and they were moving around. Dude, they were moving around good. They were up a decent amount today. I was doing the 230, 250s, and you were getting some decent range here, just scalping it back and forth. So overall, I'm liking it. I'm loving it, actually. Lulu, I got this on watching for a swing trade over this trend line. And then TSM, dude, nice. This to me looks like a swing trade. I mean, we got a huge base here. 207, 210 zone is the breakout. You're right there. You know, an inside day would probably be good for it, but you don't always get those. It's got a nice damn look to it. For real. Like, that's, you know, if you look here, right, this is just, I mean, it's its all-time high, you know, and it's been basing out for a decent amount of time. I think it's got a chance. Give us a week open on this. We red to green this thing tomorrow. It's hot. No Nan, NNE came out of a little wedgie pattern today, you know, and it started to take out this range here. It looks like it's starting to perk back up some steam. You know, even Oklo has a little bit of love left in it. I would say about 23.66. Both of those, I think, I wish this was a little bit tighter, but it's there, right? It's there. And then last but not least, this MBS, it broke under the MAs here. If it remounts this 9, I think it rips, you know, back up into this space. This kind of pump and dump and then rip back has been happening all year. A little bit of a shake and bake, what we'd call where like kind of rips below the MAs and then rips back. You can call it the shake and bake, the fugazi, whatever it is, but it's hot, it's zesty, it's a caliente. Guys, smash that like button. Merry freaking Christmas. I love you guys. Peace in the Middle East, my friends.